Hi everyone, I'm Kelsie and welcome back to my channel, Connecting with Spirit. So in today's video, I am going to be doing an energy reading for the month of January 2025. I'm going to connect into the energy in the collective and see what sort of things we need to be aware of for the month of January. What do we need to know? So I'm just going to take a second just to connect myself into the energy, asking my healing team of light to connect me into the energy of January 2025. Connect me into the energy of January 2025. Connect me into the energy of January 2025 now, please. And just connecting into that energy, tuning in, and I'm gonna ask, what do we as a collective, what do we need to know about this energy? What do we need to be aware of? This sort of stuff. Okay, interesting. So the first thing I'm hearing is adventure. I'm hearing embarking on a new adventure. So whether or not that is literally going, traveling, visiting a new country, or going somewhere where you haven't been before and going on an adventure in that sort of sense. I'm also hearing it could be to do with business, like embarking on a new adventure in terms of business. Maybe you are starting off as an entrepreneur, you're starting your own business, this sorts of things. You've never done it before, it's a whole new experience for you, and as a result it is an adventure because you are stepping outside of your comfort zone, you're doing something a lot different, and you're setting off on a new adventure in that respect. I'm also hearing in terms of adventure, it could also be to do with a healing journey, which is quite honestly an adventure in and of itself. So you might start on your healing journey, on your awakening path. These sorts of themes where you begin to become aware of different things within yourself, and you want to start healing it, you want to start letting go of different patterns, you want to change something about yourself, or indeed about your wider world. And as a result, you will be embarking on a new adventure within, where you travel in amongst your internal landscape and get to know yourself, maybe delve into shadow work or energy themes. You start clearing and healing. You might learn new ways of healing yourself, and that's the adventure. But yeah, that was the word that came to me. It's all about adventure and embarking on a new adventure. So this is going to look different for everybody because this is a general read and there are like multiple strands coming in here. But yeah, so whatever that comes to mind for you when I say adventure and embarking on a new adventure, this seems to be one of the major themes for January 2025, which just seems super exciting, super like open and freeing, I feel. Yeah, thank you. What else do we need to know for January 2025? And there's just a plane. I don't know if the mic's gonna pick it up, but there's a plane going by just as we were talking about adventure. Okay, so the next theme that's coming to mind, just I mentioned at the end of adventure there, saying that it was freeing, is freedom. And I was trying to just ask Spirit like in what sense, freedom in what sort of sense, and I heard financial freedom and independence. So you're freeing yourself from something. Again, it's going to be different for everyone. So it could be in terms of an energy that maybe you've been trying to work through, you know, like an energetic block or a limiting belief, something that's been holding you back, keeping you entrapped. Sort of like abusive themes, trauma, these sorts of things as well, that have been keeping you trapped and you haven't felt free because of it. It could be literally you haven't felt free because you've been in an abusive relationship or in a toxic environment, living in that sort of circumstances, and you need to physically get yourself free from that. In terms of financial freedom as well, maybe you are working really hard on that, taking the steps that you need to take in order to make yourself financially free or financially independent, and it just feels like that you're working your way towards that freedom. Or for some people, the theme of freedom will manifest itself this month of January. And then the last thing was about independence, standing on your own 2 feet and being free in that sort of sense is a major theme coming up in January 2025 for some of you as well. So yeah, a lot going on there too. Thank you. Okay, what else do we have? So I'm seeing a bee, a bee, and the first thing that comes to mind when I see a bee is about like being a busy bee, you know, being really productive, getting a lot of work done. You might be feeling like you have more energy than usual, which is unusual as well, considering that, well, depending on what hemisphere you are living in, a lot of us are in winter, and winter is usually a time for, you know, hibernating, going into hibernation mode. Excuse me, clearing as well as I am doing this reading. So yeah, hibernation mode, and you don't really feel like doing a hell of a lot. It's more sort of introspection, reflection, maybe some healing work and whatnot. But it does feel like for some of you, you're going to get a burst of energy in January. It's going to be a very productive month. You're going to get your to-do list done. You're going to be a busy bee, and you're just going to get a lot of stuff that you wanted to do done. You're going to cover a lot of ground is what I'm hearing as well. Bees also really have huge connection with the Pleiadian energy coming in really strongly as well. Some of you might have connections in like galactic origins, or be a Pleiadian starseed. That seems to be coming to the forefront as well. You might know this, you might not know this, but there is a huge galactic connection with the Pleiadians as well coming in, and I'm just hearing to promote my meditation. I do have a meditation about meeting your galactic family, your starseed origin, these sorts of things. If you want to check that out, I'll leave the link in the description box below if that resonates, putting that there as well. And to do with the bees, I'm also hearing like honey, like a nectar, an elixir of life, if that is resonating also. Just let me see about the honey, because I'm thinking there's something else there. Oh, okay. So they're just, it's like the pot of gold, the honey, and the elixir, it's gold, because they also had mentioned prosperity to me as well. So it's like in terms of financial gains and money, when you're doing the hard work, you know, the busy worker bees, they bring in the honey and they produce a lot of honey. So it's the same in that way. The work that you put in January will pay off and will pay you dividends. There is prosperity, money, financial wealth, and financial freedom coming in as well for you in January, which is really lovely. Very, very nice message. Thank you. Okay, I'm also seeing a rainbow, and rainbows for me are all about unity and unity consciousness, which for me is about like you making those connections. You're meeting those different people who you can work with and collaborate. So you work together on some sort of something, if it's a work project or even if it's just, you know, you get together, maybe you do a bit of meditation, maybe you go for a walk, maybe it's some sort of arts and crafts or some sort of community that you build together. It's something to do with a group of people coming together, and that's unity consciousness. Working together, whether it's for a wider goal or whether it's just for yourselves in a group because you get on so well, or you heal each other just by being around each other and by that presence, or you inspire each other, or you kind of like can talk to each other and spark ideas, these sorts of things. It just is, the theme is about unity consciousness and making those connections to form those groups to come together to work towards something, whether that just be for you personally or as a whole for the wider world and collective in terms of business, things like this. So yeah, do be on the lookout for making those connections. It does feel like it'll be really serendipitous. You'll just be in the right place at the right time. I am also hearing just to follow your intuition. So you might get the sudden urge to go for a walk or to go to that meditation that evening, or to go down to the grocery store or whatever the case may be. It is just to really pay attention to your intuition and to follow that nudge when you get it, because it does feel like you will be in the right place at the right time to make those connections for that unity consciousness. Lovely, thank you. Okay, and I'm also seeing the color blue. So blue for me, I work with the angels and I associate blue with Archangel Michael, who's very much about protection and also about truth. It's very much to do with your throat chakra, which is a power center. It's also, yeah, speaking, you know, communicating, being in your power in terms of being able to speak your truth. Truth as well, and protection. So that seems to be a major theme coming up for the month of January in terms of truth, either truth coming to light or you being able to stand in your power and speak your truth, but also feeling like you'll be very protected if this is something that you feel called to do, that the protection will come in for you spiritually. So you mightn't be able to see it, but you'll feel it. You will feel divinely protected, because it feels like a lot of you actually will be taking that leap of faith, standing up, standing in your power and speaking something that's really dear to your heart, in alignment with your truth. And it just feels like it's going to take some courage on your part, some strength, like it is a major step forward for you. So to just know that you are divinely protected if this is something that you are considering doing, if you are going to do, taking that leap, taking that step to speak your truth, whatever that might be. There is a lot of protection and safety for you there in order to be able to do this. Thank you. Okay, we're just checking in to see if there's anything else, but that seems like that's all the messages for January 2025 in terms of energy, in terms of what to be aware of, energetic themes wise. It is a mixed bag and really interesting energies, some really lovely stuff coming up. So I hope you have an absolutely beautiful and wonderful January of 2025. Do let me know what you thought of this video by leaving me a comment. If these energetic videos are beneficial to you, I'd love to hear from you. And other than that, thank you so much for being here, for tuning in. Until next time, take care. Bye bye.